Hey, what's going on YouTube? Bardock here, and today I'm bringing you guys another guide for Dragon Ball the Breakers. I thought it would be good to cover what skills to upgrade for each of the raiders, because the way that this game works is every match that you play, you level up, right? And then with the level up, you get skill points, and with those skill points, you could actually upgrade your skills for the raiders, and this can make drastic differences in your matches depending on what you level up. Ideally, once you get to a high enough level, which will take a while, but once you get to a high enough level, you'll have all of these abilities maxed out regardless. But what this video is kind of going over is what abilities you should max out first, because each ability can get to level 20. And some of these abilities are really game-changing in pretty much every match that you play. Like, having, for example, let me show you, having life absorption at like Cell is massive when it's level 0 compared to level 20. And we'll start off with Cell here. So without a doubt, you want to start off with life absorption, like I just said. This makes a massive difference, because what'll happen is if you have this at like a low level, like either like anywhere between like 0 to 5 skill points in it, you'll actually be stuck in imperfect Cell longer than you would if you had this level 20. And what I mean is, typically what happens with Cell players is they really struggle to get out of this form, because they'll go for like 2 kills on survivors, and then they'll kill a civilian or something, and then they'll actually be stuck at 90% of their meter from level 2 to 3. But if you actually have this leveled up max, it won't throttle you at that 90%, because you get the bonus 10% from evolution energy increase once this is level 20. So it's very like crucial with Cell, especially, to max this out first, like without a doubt. When it comes to second off, though, I would personally recommend key detection. This is going to like allow you to see the auras of enemies, and then also it'll actually last a little bit after the ability itself ends, because of key tracking. Key tracking and key detection are a filthy, nasty combo on Cell. I would personally level up key detection to 21st, just because you want it to last longer. As you can see here on the bottom right here, the more that you upgrade it, you're upgrading the cooldown so you can use it more often, but then you're also upgrading the duration so it lasts longer. And it's very good to have this level 20, because you're just going to be able to constantly have map control, like a ridiculous amount. You'll be able to see people from super far away if you level up key tracking as well. And then it just will last forever, and like people will try to like run away from you, but you'll still be able to see them, and you can just follow them like no matter what. Even if they try to like hide away or go for like a stealth play, you'll still find them and just knock them out. And it's ridiculous. It's definitely ridiculous. So those are the 3 that I would personally recommend to level up first with Cell, but definitely life absorption. Definitely prioritize this. Key control is also very good. This will make it so whenever you click down on the right stick, I don't know what it is on mouse and keyboard. Let me see. Actually, it is control. Okay. Yeah, so whenever you do that, you actually make no noise. Like, you're basically silent. And you'll be able to sneak up on survivors with that, because normally when you're flying around the map, you make a ton of noise and survivors can hear you. But with key control, which I believe only Cell has actually, it makes him he almost feels like a stealth killer in this game, really. A stealth raider. But I would probably say save this for like a little bit later on if you're just leveling him up. Definitely life absorption, key detection, key tracking, and then afterwards you could work on after image, solar flare. After image isn't actually a bad idea either, though, because this allows you to evade multiple attacks. It's like an evasive skill, right? If you're getting comboed, you could use this to get out of them. And having this at like a better cooldown is also pretty good. But I think these 2 are a little bit more important. For sure. Alright, next up we have Frieza. Frieza is actually a little bit of a tough one, because pretty much all of his skills are very, very good. You could kind of just do whatever you want, personally. The only skills I would recommend against leveling up are Scouter. This isn't even that good to begin with, but then not only that, you also lose it after his first form. And typically you're going to be getting out of like the first stage within the first like minute or 2 of the match. So there's actually no reason to level this up until the very, very end. Another one I would recommend against leveling up is making me immortal. I actually put 7 points into this by accident, because I didn't even read the description. I should have read the description. But I didn't even read it. I thought this was the one that made him level up when he takes damage, but it's actually that actually hurt. Which this one I would personally recommend leveling up first. It's very, very good. If you have this level 20, you're just building up so much meter when you're taking damage. And that's going to allow you to transform like while getting comboed, which is going to knock the survivors off of you if they're trying to jump you. It's very, very strong. Another one that's also really, really strong is Piss Me Off. This one is going to give you more meter whenever a Namekian not holding a Dragon Ball is killed. You'll get like a ton. You'll get like half of a bar. It's ridiculous if they don't have a Dragon Ball. And you just will... You'll just rocket up all the stages. Like, you'll get to final form instantly. It's very good. But even this one's good, too. Like I said, like, all of his abilities are ridiculous. Like, even having more firing range from You're Not Leaving Here Alive. Like, the extra firing range is crazy. This allows you to finish people off from, like, miles away. Not miles, but it's really, really far. It feels like miles, honestly. But even if you didn't want to, like, level this up right away, I would probably... also recommend like Zarbon and Doria. Like even his active skills, you could get away with maxing them out first if you wanted to, because Zarbon and Doria are probably the best active skills out of all the 3 raiders. Like genuinely, they're not like their tracking isn't as good as key detection from Cell and Super Buu Kid Buu, but not only do they track in general, they already have a pretty decent cooldown. It's only 18 seconds. Like that's nothing. It's only 18 seconds. They will help you find survivors, and then also they attack the survivor as well. So if the survivor messes up and takes damage, then you just get them. Like they just Zarbon and Doria break the shield for you, and then you could just rush up there and like hit them with the blast attack, and then the survivor's just dead. It's really, really strong to level these 2 up. They're actually incredibly powerful tools to use. But just like how I said with Cell, you could also upgrade Break Strike. This is an evasive, just like After Image Strike, where you can get out of the opponent's attacks. If you're getting comboed, it's good to have this. I might actually start leveling this up myself because it's 30-second cooldown. And sometimes you have those moments where you just keep getting like stun locked by a couple level 3s and a level 4, and it's really important to knock them off. So it's not a bad idea. Okay, so finally we have Buu. Now, Buu is actually an interesting raider to level up because there's one passive that you don't want to put points into, and I kind of made the mistake of putting 12 points into this. And the reason why I say that is because somebody has actually gotten this to level 20, and they've done testing with it, and it actually does no difference. Like, it'll still give you the bonus 10% once it's maxed out, but the way that Majin Buu and Super Buu work, which are the 2 that use this passive, is the way that they work. It always takes 3 survivors or civilians interchangeably, no matter what. Even with the extra 10% from this passive skill, it'll always take 3 survivors. Whereas like with Cell, on the other hand, getting it to level 20 actually matters because Cell, it'll turn him from 4 potential like survivors / civilians into only 3. But Buu, he already gets so much from turning survivors and civilians into candy that this 10% actually doesn't do anything. So there's no reason to even do this. I would highly recommend, though, upgrading Angry Shout and Go-Go Gum. Not only are these very good skills to get away from combos, but also stun the survivor as well, but they're also shared between Majin Buu, Super Buu, and Kid Buu. They all have it. So it's very, very good to just buff these up, just because they're very strong skills, and you're always going to be able to use them, except when you're stage 1 as Spopovich, right? You could also put points into Majin Buu's Resurrection, though, just to get out of Spopovich faster. It's definitely not bad. I would recommend doing it, personally. But you could also do Yamu as well. Yamu might seem kind of like useless, like, why would you level that up if you're only going to be level 1 for a little bit of the game? But Yamu can actually, using Yamu, he actually is able to gather more energy for you if you hit survivors with him. So it's definitely not a bad idea to have him at a shorter cooldown once this is leveled up. There's not really anything you could go wrong, though, when it comes to Buu, aside from turn into candy. Like, everything else you could just do. Key tracking is also very good with key detection, just like Cell. It's phenomenal. Like, you could see people from super far away, and it lasts forever. And they really can't get away. Ill Bomber, it's not bad. It's mostly just a stealth skill. Like I think it does damage when you explode out of it, but it's mostly just like a stealth skill. And you actually go pretty fast as well. So you could honestly do this. I would probably save it for a little bit later on though. Mostly prioritize like Angry Shout, Go Gum. Those two are definitely huge. And then also like key detection. But yeah, with Boo you could honestly just do anything you want. I would say it's personal preference. It's up to you. You definitely cannot go wrong with any of them. But yeah, I think that's actually it. That kind of goes over the 3 raiders in the game. I'll definitely make a follow-up video when we get the Saiyans or Grade 8 Vegeta. For sure, because, you know, they'll have their own passive and active skill sets. But hopefully this lets you guys know, anyone that is starting the game, how you want to go about leveling up your skills, because some of these skills at level 20 can actually be very, very game-changing. For sure. And once you have all of them maxed out, then you're just going to become like a monster, you know? Aside from that though, guys, I think that pretty much covers it. Thank you everyone for watching. I do stream on twitch.tv/BardockLive every single night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I've been doing breakers like every day since the game released, and I'm probably going to be doing every single day for the next like month, honestly. That's how much I love this game. I'm like obsessed with it. If you guys do want to see some breakers content, definitely stop by there for sure. And I will see you guys tomorrow with the next guide video. I'm going to do a survivor guide tomorrow. And then the day after will be like a full-on raider guide, just to help new players. But thank you though, everyone. I hope you have a great night and a good day tomorrow. Peace.